welcome back to your online class. So in our previous video we were discussing about the different organs which forms the respiratory system, right? So we have discussed about few. Today we will be discussing about lungs, which is the main organ of respiratory system. Okay, so your lungs, it's a spongy and elastic organ. Okay, where is it located? It is located in the thoracic cavity. Okay, your chest region, and your lungs is protected by a bony skeleton called rib cage. Okay, rib cage protects your lungs. Okay, now lungs, the protective membrane of a lungs is referred to as pleura. It's a double membrane structure. So you have outer pleural region and then inner. Okay, in between this membrane you have a fluid, also referred to as pleural fluid. The function of this, so your pleural fluid, what is its role? Its role, first, it keeps the surface of the lungs moist for easy diffusion, and another role that it plays is it provides as a lubricating agent during the contraction and expansion and contraction of the lungs. Okay, so that during friction not much of a damage is caused when the lungs is contracting and relaxing. Okay, so that's the function of a pleural fluid. Now since your lungs, the right side of the lungs is quite smaller as compared to the left side of a lung. Okay, now from lungs we move forward to the main exchange or part of a lung where the exchange of the gases takes place, and that is your alveoli. Okay, now let us go through the diagram which will direct you, which will make you understand the role of a alveoli in proper way. Okay, now let us have an overview of the different organs of respiratory system as we have discussed earlier. So you have nose, through which the air gets in, nostrils, then you have pharynx, the common chamber for both food pipe and windpipe. Then you have larynx, also referred to as a voice which helps in producing sound. Then you have a tube like structure, also which is also referred to as a windpipe and also referred to as trachea. Now this windpipe or trachea branches out into two major tubes inside the lungs. It is referred to as bronchus. Bronchus further branches out smaller tubes, it's referred to as bronchioles. Okay, and bronchioles end up into a sac like structure that is referred to as alveoli, where your exchange of gases takes place. Okay, now let us go through the structure of a alveoli in detail and its function. Okay, now coming to the structure of alveoli, like I told you, the bronchiole further branches into smaller tubes, okay, and ends up into alveoli. Okay, so when we take in the air is mostly rich in oxygen. Okay, and your alveoli is surrounded by your blood capillaries. Okay, you know the function of blood capillaries, right? It helps in diffusion of the gases. And alveoli, the structure of alveoli is such that it's also a single cell structure. So because of which the diffusion of a gases can take place. The blood capillaries surrounding the alveoli, it's rich in deoxygenated blood, and the tube that's coming out of the bronchiole connecting to the alveoli is rich in oxygen. So diffusion of the gases takes place. Okay, now blood vessel will be oxygen will diffuse into the blood vessel, and from blood vessel the carbon dioxide is diffused into the test tube. Okay, now how does that and exhale out of our body? So how does that take place? Okay, so we will be discussing about the mechanism of breathing in detail. So let us discuss the mechanism of breathing. Okay, so your mechanism of breathing first involves inspiration or inhalation, that means taking in of the air. Now when you take in the air, what happens to the different parts of your body, because of which the air is forced into the lungs. Okay. Now as we know that your lungs is surrounded by rib cage. Okay. Now the muscles in between the rib cage is referred to as intercostal muscle. So when you take in the air, your intercostal muscle expand. Now because of the expansion of the intercostal muscle, your rib cage moves upward and outward. Okay. Now because of which the chest cavity increases and then forcing the air into the lungs. Okay. Now after the air is forced into the lungs, then we know that in alveoli the exchange of gases will take place, right? Oxygen will enter the blood vessel, and from blood vessel the carbon dioxide will diffuse out. Okay. Now how does the carbon dioxide rich air move out during the exhalation process? So after the exchange has taken place, then the next stage is your expiration or exhalation. Now during this time, what happens to the intercostal muscle? It relaxes. Okay. And whenever the intercostal muscle relaxes, it has a direct effect on rib cage. It moves down and inward, thus reducing the chest cavity and forcing the carbon dioxide rich air to move out of the body. Okay, so during the respiration process, you have three main phases. One is your inhalation, you're taking in of the air. Then you have gaseous diffusion, which takes place in the alveoli. Then you have expiration, that is giving out of the carbon dioxide rich air. Okay, so that's all about the mechanism of respiration. Now next let us go through the different diseases which is caused because of the improper functioning of the respiratory system. Okay. So next, let us go through the respiratory diseases. So the names, the common respiratory diseases are asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. Now this asthma, the symptoms of this is generally the shortness of breath. That means it becomes difficult for that particular person to breathe. Okay. So why is that so? Because the tubes that's entering the lungs becomes narrow, because of which it becomes difficult for that person to breathe. Okay. So this can be sometimes genetically also, it can run in the family too. And next is your bronchitis. Bronchitis is caused when your bronchioles, the irritation in the bronchial tissue takes place. Okay, because of which, and the more mucus production also takes place, and because of that it leads to repeated coughing. Okay, then you have pneumonia. Pneumonia is the infection in the lungs because of different variety of disease. The common symptoms are fever. Okay, and then you have cold and cough. Okay. Next one is your tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is a bacterial disease leading to the infection in the lungs. The symptoms of tuberculosis would also be like fever, weight loss, coughing, cold, and generally along with the cough, the few stretches of blood. So those are the symptoms of your tuberculosis. So these are the common respiratory diseases. Now how can we get rid of can we keep our can get rid of respiratory disease, or can keep our respiratory system healthy? Number one is, whenever you are going around, always remember to wash your hands before eating or doing anything. Okay. Number two, stay away from nicotine related drugs, items like tobacco, smoking cigarettes. We need to stay away from those things. Number three, we should always exercise. Okay, exercise is a cure to all the diseases. So exercising and having healthy diet. So this all will keep your respiratory diseases away. Okay, so that's all about this particular chapter, that is respiratory system. Okay, we have to go in detail about the mechanism of respiration and just learn the name of the different diseases okay, and the symptoms and the ways how we can control the respiratory disease. Okay, thank you so much.